just because we get around.
Talk about a baby boomer song from the ages. The Who, of course, talking about my generation. Mary Beth Franklin wrote just the other day, elder care needs will transform the advice industry. We've been covering this every week on the program. It's so important that you have a plan in place for your parents, for example, certainly yourself. Your kids may end up being the caregivers or primary caregivers, and this becomes a real issue, especially as more and more of us want to age in place. Joining me on the show, Dana Rambow. She's a nurse and the vice president of Always Best Care, a specialist in home health. Dana, thank you so much for joining us. You've got a tremendous amount of experience in this area, this aging in place. What do you see as the primary challenge confronting us baby boomers today?
Honestly, it's probably access of, for care for our parents. There's a lot of different access points for home care. Most of us don't know about it unless we've dealt with it. Our parents are aging as we're baby boomers. We're aging into seniors ourselves, and that getting above the 65 age group. And our parents are in their, 80 to 90-year-old age group. So, finding out, even knowing what your parents are going to need, how to access the care, when's the right time, all of those things are a challenge for the baby boomers today.
That being said, at what age do you primarily see this need for home health care services? Is it in their 80s? Is it their 90s? Is it their 70s?
No, somebody who's got a lot of, health issues may need to access care in their 70s, but predominantly our median age of our clients are in their 80s. That's when, they can't drive anymore safely, typically. They may think they can drive, but the family is more concerned about it. They might be experiencing some memory issues. They might be poor historians if they go to the doctor, and their families typically don't live in the same community and often not in the same state as their, parent or grandparents. And so it's tough to kind of figure out what's going on there unless you come out for the holidays. So that's usually a big boom for us is around the holidays because the kids come out, see mom and dad or mom or dad and figure out, wow, I really wish somebody was checking in on them. There's some issues here I'm concerned about.
AlwaysBestCare.com is the website. 1-855-470-CARE if you'd like to get a hold of Always Best Care. Dana Rambow is my guest. She's not only a registered nurse with an area of specialization in elder care, but also the vice president of the company. Can you talk just a little bit about Always Best Care and the services that you provide nationwide?
Sure. We have 112 locations out there nationwide, and they're all following a system that provides for non-medical care and senior placement. So, if you're, concerned about your loved one, staying home and maybe there's not the financial resources to provide for, additional care in the home, then sometimes placing them in a facility, a assisted living facility or an independent facility, depending on, what activities of daily living they may need assistance on, looking for that placement so that there's somebody there taking care of their meals in the household and the linens and the laundry change and the housekeeping and providing activities and stimulation for the senior if they're capable of that. So that placement side is one side. The other side is if they have the financial resources or a long-term care insurance, policy and can stay home with that, home health aide or companion caregiver doing some supportive services in the home, then we provide that as well. We're also making a move to skilled care so that we can provide the full continuum of care for our clients. And some of our franchisees are actually moving to providing Medicare skilled care as well, so that no matter where the senior is coming into the system, whether they need skilled or just some supportive activities of daily living care in the home or placement into a different living environment, we're there to help them with every facet.
This is an excellent service, there's no doubt about it. Those of us that have aging parents, we've experienced this. A lot of them still very, very healthy. As I've said many times before, my father, 90 years old, still alive and kicking and doing really, really well, although the memory is starting to slip. How do you help those that are at the beginning stages of dementia or, say, Alzheimer's?
Well, it's really important that whatever the senior is capable of doing themselves, that they continue to do, because, what you don't use, you lose. So if there's memory issues, it might be related to eating, it may be related to hydration, it may be related to personal hygiene or their medication, remembering to take their medication. So those are the things that usually an impairment of memory is going to affect those things. So we're there to, maybe set up the medications into a Mediset where the aide can remind like let's say we're taking care of your father, and the aide might come in and do some, medication reminders. They would cue them if they're capable of taking their own shower. We might just cue them and set out, fresh clothes, and they'll go in and take their shower, by themselves. We may lay out the things because cognitively they may not remember that they need to shampoo their hair and do all those things, but they're still capable of washing their body. We're going to make sure that the private areas get cleaned as well sufficiently, because we don't want any skin issues. And we're there to make sure that they eat and drink appropriately, and that they're, whether or not that's hooking them up with mobile meals or meals on wheels, because we're not there full time, or it's us, cooking, preparing the meals, making sure that they're eating, preparing meals for other times that we're not there, that is easily, heated up in a microwave, those type of things. We can do all kinds of supportive care, anywhere from 2 to 24 hours a day.
My special guest, Dana Rambow, a registered nurse and vice president of home health care at Always Best Care, brought to us today by my good friends at Answers for Elders. AnswersForElders.com, a company that provides, just like it sounds, answers for those of us that have aging parents and want to have answers to all of the issues that an elderly individual or a family might need to face. Now, in the case of Always Best Care, you talked about skilled nursing services. This is not necessarily common amongst companies that provide the types of services that you all provide. What caused you to get into the skilled side of this business?
Honestly, it's just the need of the seniors. As our seniors are aging in place and looking at, access to care and the challenges that we're going to have with the volume of seniors, with the baby boomers, aging in place here, that need for skilled services is going to increase dramatically. And we really felt that as an organization, where we're capable, if we can provide that full continuum of care, and take them from their skilled need, out of an acute care setting, whether that's, a hospital and then they've gone to some rehab before they come home and we get them, or if we get them directly out of the hospital, they have needs that are skilled needs usually at that point. And most of our, most seniors will access, that are of Medicare age, will have 2 to 3 episodes per year where they need skilled care assistance. So we felt it was incumbent upon ourselves as a healthcare agency to really be able to manage the client no matter what phase they came into our system in. So whether they need skilled care, that post-acute care need, or an exacerbation, or a part of their disease process that flares up and that they, may need additional assistance, that we're there to help them with every facet of their care.
All right, Dana Rambow, thank you so much. I'm assuming, Dana, that there's a cost to all of these services. Do you help them with, say, reverse mortgages and long-term care insurance and referrals and that sort of thing in the 30 seconds that we have left?
Yes, of course we do. We do have networks in our various communities. If someone's looking to access long-term care, most of our franchisees have the ability to give them referrals for that. Obviously, we do try and look for whatever type of funding sources we can. Medicare's covered at 100%. That's another reason why we went into it. But we do help them, access their long-term care policies or their HMO policies if they have that available to them for the other services.
All right, I can think of nothing more important. Our parents did this for us, and now it's time for us to do something special for them. Contact Always Best Care alwaysbestcare.com, 855-470-CARE, 855-470-2273, or just go to answersforelders.com. They'll put you in touch with the Always Best Care representative in your area. Thank you so much. Dana, we'll have you on again. You're a fantastic guest. I really appreciate it.